All right, welcome on back, everyone, to another episode of First CSP, the channel dedicated to bring you the first council shoulder patch issue from each council in Scouting America, both past and present. Today, we're going to take a look at Llano Estacado 562 out of Texas. It was formerly the Amarillo Area Council, but changed its name in 1939. And then in 1986, it merged with Adobe Walls to form Golden Spread. We've got two variations for the first issue here, T1A and B. Starting off on the table, we've got the T1A, signified with its gold border, blue background, very specifically a lemon ground, and black letters with the council name on it. So the main differentiating factor here between the T1A and the T1B is going to be the ground that the bison is standing on. This one does happen to be a plastic back T1A. Again, really clean patch. I do like the representation. Looks really, really nice. The arrow through the Conquistador's helmet's a little wild. And then here we have a representation of the T1B. As we said, the main differentiating factor is going to be the color of the ground. So here we have the same gold border, but now the ground is also gold. Blue background and black letters as well. On both T1A and T1B, we have no fleur-de-lis. So in subsequent issues in the T2 and the T3, you will see a fleur-de-lis added to this design. It is the same basic image on subsequent patches, but those add the fleur-de-lis. The T2 looks very similar with the blue background, and the T3 ended up having a dark purple background and had very few issues released. But the first issues here, T1A, which we'll put up towards the top, and the T1B here towards the bottom, do not have a fleur-de-lis. So very, very easy to differentiate from the later patches, as there is no fleur-de-lis. The main distinction that we need to make when trying to determine T1A versus T1B is just basically, does the ground match the border? If the ground doesn't match the border, and we've got lemon for the ground, lemon yellow, and gold for the border, that's a T1A. That's the first issue. And then if we've got the border and ground matching, both being gold in color, then that's going to be your T1B. So pretty simple differentiation there. In this case, we have a cloth-backed T1B. There may have been multiple production runs of these. I have not seen enough of these in person on the front and back to know. But it is interesting that our T1A with our lemon yellow ground is plastic backed, and the T1B happens to just be cloth backed. In person, I will say that the blue twill on the T1B does appear to be just a little bit darker than the T1A. Again, that may be due to age, not necessarily consistent, but you are going to see a very stark difference in the color of the ground versus the border in the T1A, lemon versus gold, when compared with the T1B, where you're going to see the gold ground and gold border do match up pretty well. Same thread used for the embroidery there. And that is the first issue for Llano Estacado 562. My Spanish pronunciation probably not super great there. I'm doing my best. If you have a first issue that you'd like to see highlighted on the channel, by all means drop it in the comments below. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please consider giving it a like. If you're not subscribed, we'd really love for you to join our crew and subscribe to the channel. We drop new episodes every single morning, so we hope to see you back here for tomorrow's episode. But until then, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.